What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video in learning C++ STL. My name is Kivri Azani and you guys watching my channel Koraywood. Alright, so in the previous video we have seen vector. We have tried vector size of the vector. We have seen how to double our elements. We have seen how to see individual elements, and we have seen how to pop elements from the back of the array. So in this video we're going to see arrays. You might be thinking that I'm talking about the normal array like this one, like we have index of 0, then we have index of say for example 1 or 2 or 3. No, I'm talking about static array or static array. This array that I'm talking about is an instance of the container class array. So instance of container class and array. So how are we going to declare that one? So just exactly same as vector. So here we're going to go here and put array. So a array here. That's how you guys need to declare array. So if you guys want to make, say for example, empty array, you just put your array, and you can put it like this. This is very empty. There is no elements here, or there is nothing here. And now this one's instance of the container class array, and it models a static array, or some folks they call it static array. So when you hear a static array, our C array, that means they're referring to this array. You can some folks they write it like that. So whatever you guys hear, that C array, or if you hear normal array, say for example in C, C++, C#, Java, PHP, whatever you guys hear, that's different array. But this one is this instance of the class container class array. So this is as I put it here, we have a container here, and the first one is a vector, the second one is array, then DQ, our double-ended queue. You guys can read it as this is very tricky, is D. You guys can put it Q. You can put it this one, or you can put it as a deck. So you can put it as a deck, but it stands for double-ended queue, and that's in future videos we're gonna go on the double-ended queue. And we have a list and we have a forward list. Start programming with our array, and make sure, just like vector here, that we have initialized our vector here of the data type int. You guys need to put your array here, static array here. So we're going to put array. So here for example we're going to put an array of character, and what's the type? For example we're going to put say one character or two character, whatever character you guys want to put it. Say for example we're going to put a 2, and we're going to put it x, for example. That's going to be our character, and here we're going to initialize this one. Make sure you guys initialize. For example I'm going to put my first name, which is going to be y, and my second name, which is going to be example a, for example. That's what I'm going to put. So in order for me to see out my array, I'm going to put say characters, and here you guys need to put x, for example the first element. If you guys want to see, say the 0, and here you guys, if you guys want to see the further, for example you can put the next one, and then you guys can put a x, for example, and that's the first one. So for example we have only 2 elements here, then you guys can put it here and del here. Alright, so now we have only 2 characters here. We put our array of data type character with size 2, and we have a 0 and 1. We are want to see the index, the 0th element and the first element. So what we're going to do is that we're going to build our project, and we're going to run our project here, and you guys going to see that's our characters. Our characters going to be y and a. You guys can what about if I want to put it on 3, for example? I can put a 3, and you guys can put a Z lowercase. And what about if you run, for example, you guys only see YA. Why we see only YA? Because we haven't put this guys here. So in order for us to see the third one, so we have 0 1, we count it as 1 2 3, but computer sees that as 0 1, and then you guys can put the next one. So for example, if you guys can put a space in between, and you guys can put a X, and you guys can put a here. We are making mistake here, so I'm gonna put a 1 2 here. Then now if you're gonna go here and run again, we're gonna see YAZ, all the elements here. So this is how, that's how this is called array. Alright, so how about if we put a nice one, we put a Yazdani, and we're gonna check now what happens to our array here. So you look in here, we have we've got issues here. Why we have issues? Because we put a character here, we need to put a string here. So you guys need to change this one to string. So we're gonna check with the string now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run, and we still have issues now here because our size is 3. So how about if you guys want to see the elements? For example, I'm gonna put 3 strings here, and I want to see my elements here. For example, just like here, I have you guys can go here, not the push, display the elements. So with the size, you guys can see your array here. So we're gonna put a comments for the time being, and we put a 4, and here you guys need to put a 4, and for what? For int I equal to 0, I is less than x. We are referring to this x dot size, and then we guys need to increment the I if you guys want to see this one. Otherwise this is not going to show you guys this guy here. So we can put a here, and then we put a C out, whatever elements you guys want to see here. Say for example, you guys want to put whatever elements you guys want to put. Say for example, we put I, and here you guys need to put like the colon, and after the colon you guys need to put for example, just like here, you guys need to put say X I here, just like exactly like that, X and I, and here you guys need to put a X, and inside here you guys need to put a I, and now you guys should be able to see your array. So it's a 3. Now I'm gonna run. Say for example, I want to see all the 3 ones here, so I want to see what happens. So I'm gonna run my program. We have issues here, we're gonna see, because we're gonna put a Korayo, for example, Yazdani, and I'm gonna put a Korayo wood. So because I'll put a character Korayo wood, and here you can put a YouTube, for example, YouTube. So now I put a 3 string. I'm satisfied the whole string here. So I'm gonna save all, and I'm gonna run, and here it looks like I still have issues. Why I still have issues? Because I need to put it all in double quotation. So what I'm going to change this one, I'm going to put a Yazdani, because that's a string, and that's a literal string. Then I'm going to put a Korayo wood, for example, and here I put a YouTube. So I'm gonna run again. Looks like all good. So the 0th element of this one I have Yazdani, the second one I have Korayo, and the third one I have YouTube. Did you guys observe here that I put it in lower the first instance? I put it array here, so I put it the char, and I put the size of 3, and I put it, for example, x, initialize it, and I put a lowercase. For example, I put a lowercase and it was working perfectly. Say, for example, if we gonna put again, we put this one y, and we put this one for example b, and we put this one as a c, and here if you guys wanna put for example display this one and characters, and here you guys need to put a y, you don't need to put an x. You guys, if you guys want to see the elements of y0, of y1, of y. Okay, so now because we have a b c, and here you can put a c out. For example, you can put a c out, and here you guys need to put the next line. I want to see these ones, plus I want to see then I want to see these ones. All right, so now we have an array of the type string, and now we have an array of the type character here. And if we run, you're going to see here that we have character and we have strings here. So now keep in mind that we have 3, and we can put a c out string, for example. So we put characters, our people put strings. So how about if you guys wanna move the size, for example, to 5? We can move the size to 5, no worries. We can put for example, Yazdani, Kuraiwood, we put Azad. You can put your name, your friend's name, and then we put a Donald Trump, for example, Trump. You can put a Joe Biden if you don't like Trump. We're gonna have to put a 5 now. So we put a 5, we're gonna run, and we're gonna see 5 is actually starts from 0, because the computer starts from 0. The computer never starts from say from 1, especially in C++. Alright, so now we have put a characters with these guys here with single quotation, but if you guys want to put a string, make sure you guys gonna put in double quotation. How about if I move the elements to 10, but I have a 5 here? We initialize it with 5. What happens? Do you guys think I'm gonna get error, or do you guys think I'm not gonna get error? So I'm not gonna get error because I already moved the size, and you look in here in the computer memory, it's from 0 to 1 is 5. I already put it here, but because I initialize it here till say 10, because computers count from 0 here, that's why I can see here, but it's up to you guys, because the computer memory, you guys already have a slot here. You guys want to put something, you guys don't want to put something, it's up to you. You want to put it later on, or you don't want to you want to forget about it. But as far as the computer in C++ concerned, because you initialize it, you put the size, it goes in with the size. So, and as a vector, that was totally different, because vector goes like shrinks. So as I said before, that these guys here, they can you cannot change the size. Whatever size you initialize, you can change the value. So in our array, we cannot change the size. So keep in mind, it behaves totally different. As I said, it manages its elements in an array of fixed size. That's what we call it static array. So we can't change the number of elements, but only their value. So we cannot change the number of elements, but only their value. That's what we change. That's what we can change, but we cannot change the number of, say, as I said, what I mean here, because here we put here like 10 already elements here, but we only put a 5 here. So here, but with the vector, that was a totally different story with the vector, because it grows and shrink. But with this guy here, once you guys declare it, you declare it. Computer is already inside here. Computer already stores space for you. It's up to you. You want to put it, you don't want to put it, but the space is already there. But that wasn't the case with the vector. The vector, whatever you guys gonna put it, say if you put a Yazdani with the 7 characters, it goes Yazdani 7 character. There is a slot. If you put then Azad, then it goes to Azad. Then if you put your name XYZ, then it goes to XYZ. If you want to pop it, it goes back to shrinks. So it grows and shrinks. That's what the vectors are the best in C++ STL programming, because you guys can grow and you guys can shrink your container. Alright, so now here we can have say for example ABC. Here we have ABC, and if I increase this, say for example I'm gonna put a D here, now I have a 4. So if I put the size 4, and you guys gonna see here, I'm gonna look at the size, I'm gonna see a 4. So if I run, for example, if I run, you guys gonna see here that even though I have a D, I can't see D, because here I'm not displaying here. So how about if we wanna say for example we want to see the first element, we want to see for example the A, and if we want the last element, because the C++ static array, our class array, have a front and back methods. So what is the front and back method? Say for example now we're gonna put a C out, we're gonna see front C array, for example, or you can put a class array, you can put a front and the back. So that's what I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to put an endl here. Okay, so in order for us to check for the front and back, we put a C out, and say for example if you guys want to have access in you go in a programming environment, and your boss tells you, can you check the first bit, maybe you have a 1 million or whatever you have the characters here in search engine or something, then you guys want to access the first one and the last one. Say for example you guys go here and you guys going to put a Y, we're putting the first one, you guys needs to have access to this one, put this one here, because you guys telling the C++ that look, I'm looking for the initialization of this whatever you guys here inside your array here. Then you guys going to put a front, and then you guys gonna look for the back. For example, you can book it for the last letter. For example, you can put the first letter, and you can put the last letter here. So Y dot back, for example, that's back. And that one's here, we put an endl here. Okay, so now if we check, we put a first, and we are missing something here. Make sure you put your first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. Okay, so we're going to check the first letter and the last letter, and we're going to run, and you look in here, first letter is A and the last letter is D. So I'm going to put a space here, so first letter, and I'm going to put it here, space, and the last letter here. So I'm going to run again. We're going to see the first letter is A and the last letter is D. So how cool is this? With C++, you guys can see, as I said, you guys cannot change your elements, but with the vectors you can. And even though here we are putting 5, but we have a slot space for 10. So here then we display as our character and class array the methods for the front and back. So the first letter is A and the last letter is D. This is very cool if you guys going for a job or something, so you're gonna get a very big list and you guys want to check what's the first letter, you can just put a front, and what's the back letter, you kind of gonna put at the back. So far we have learned the vectors, we have learned now we have learned array. So we have learned say for example the size, pushback, and we have learned pop back, and then we have learned the front, and we have learned the back. So keep in mind they're all very good if you guys heading for learning C++ algorithms. They are very useful. They are methods that is going to help you guys in the long run. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe Cryowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.